Hey everybody, just checking in today. My little update for all of us. I'm out here on the bike path, walking trail, and just praying. It's a beautiful day. I'm happy that the weather is the way it is. But I just want to remind you something. God does nothing but he starts his people praying. I see God stirring us in unique and wonderful ways for prayer. I think it's an opportunity not just to slow down from the busyness, but also to reconnect in a deeper way with God. So often we get caught up in the rat race and miss out on the power of prayer. So what are you praying about? Are you praying about your marriage? Are you praying about your future? Are you praying, expecting God to do great things? What are you praying about? So I'm out here. I don't know how to live life without prayer. Prayer to me is the place of contending most deeply for God. Prayer makes us immovable. The Lord showed me once I'm like a stake in the ground, immovable because of prayer. Not that I'm perfect, not that I'm all together, because that's certainly not true. But I know that when I'm cultivating the presence of God, something changes. I become transformed. I become immovable. Not perfect, not in any manner, but immovable in that I know the abiding presence of God is with me. I know that there's courage that stirs in my heart. I know I begin to see things not out of the fears that pursue me, but out of the dreams that lie up before me. It's a wonderful thing to fall into God in prayer. In fact, for me, if I don't pray, I feel miserable. I feel life is hard and crummy and rotten. And so as you're at home, take time to pray for your family. Take time to pray for your future. Pray for your company. Pray for your city. You know, even when the Jews were sent into Babylon in captivity, Jeremiah told them to pray for the blessing, for the peace and prosperity of the city, that it would go well with you. That's Babylon. That's a place full of false religions and all kinds of different stuff. And yet God told them to pray for the blessing, the peace, and the prosperity of that city. Let us pray for our nation. Let us pray for our leaders. Let us pray that God would move and restore his definition and expression of church in our day. The tables are being upended. Whatever can stand will stand. Whatever cannot is being overturned. So I invite you to get away, to go out, to pray, to connect with God. Find your pathway. Find that spiritual pathway where you best connect with God. Enjoy his presence. Cultivate it. Don't just ask for one cup. Ask for him to fill you repeatedly, again and again, to satisfy you in the deepest ways. So may God bless your families, your relationships, your marriages, your relationships. Give somebody you haven't talked to a shout out. Let them know that you're praying for them, you're thinking of them. It's amazing what will happen if we will stop and pray.